what was it like before Dev Journey? Before you like came aboard?
Okay. Yeah, so before Dev Journey, um I started off doing a boot camp first. So I was in a boot camp. I'm not gonna give a name, of course, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, please don't. Please don't.
but yeah,
There's
within the
probably
boot
gonna be
camp
people watching it like, nah, air them out, air them out. Please don't.
they taught you full stack for three languages, which included HTML, CSS, uh JavaScript, Python, and Java. But it was all in a matter of 3 months. So pretty much the language per month, which was very, very intense. And because of it, you can't really retain anything. Um, and then outside of that, the amount of money that you have to pay. So you can go two routes. Either you know, you could pay a certain amount of your paycheck to them after once you get paid, so you don't have to pay at all until you get hired. Or you pay straight up, or you just take out a loan. So I went the loan route, which is a good amount of money, around 5 figures. So
Damn. Like Kevin Hart, Don Cheetah. Damn.
a lot. It's a lot. So um I feel like I wasted my money because after the fact, you know, unless you continue to practice over and over again, you will lose pretty much all your knowledge because of the fact that you honestly didn't retain anything. You you pretty much just hustling and bustling, just trying to make sure you get the assignments right and be able to pass the exam because you don't want to waste your money.
Yeah.
But even within the exam, they give you options to be able to have a cheat sheet, or you can use other projects outside of it to be able to get the test done. So I don't know how efficient that is.
Mm.
So after the fact, I honestly feel like I couldn't retain anything. Um, I try to like redo projects, but just on my own using just regular sources as if I'm a regular dev or a self-taught developer, and it was extremely difficult. So my thing was I needed guidance, like a mentor or someone that was already in the field that could help me.
Perfect. Which is like you're it's perfect
Yeah, it
because
was
my
just
next question is literally what stood out about like us like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
your previous experience.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw your I'm pretty sure you market through Instagram, so
Mhm.
saw your video and just took a risk. And I'm like, why not? So I think it was when we met the first time I realized that this is not a boot camp. You're more so just an individual who wants to help.
Yeah.
So uh, that's just something that I always value within people, and I've been looking for. So at first, it wasn't really it was just more so just to see what you had to offer. But it was just the fact that, yeah, you're a person who literally said, like, I could work with you, when it comes to, payments and et cetera. Um, I just want to help you out, make sure you're able to get a job. And what you're offering is dang near the same as what the coding boot camps is offering, but you're offering also guidance for freelancing, and it's more so one to one rather than you're within a whole class trying to learn. So the fact that you offer the tools needed, such as you know, your videos are very helpful because coming from a person that isn't really trying to, you know, just have you sign up so that you can make money, but you're actually trying to help, you give a really good developer insight on what's actually needed and what's not. A lot of times, I feel like the coding boot camps give you a lot of fluff, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff. Like you need to know everything, but it's like, sometimes you just need to know what's needed and what's it called, industry standard.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It's I think it sounds good when there's like a long list of things you're gonna be able to walk away with, but then it's
Yeah.
like you like half of them you don't even need, and it's just
Yep.
like you could have spent most
Yeah.
of that time just. spending like really deep diving in what you actually truly do need. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the obstacle that almost prevented you from buying or from like joining? Is there, if there was?
I think the only obstacle I had was just money for I was still paying off that debt for that coding boot camp, and I was just like, it doesn't make sense for me to continue. But the fact that you're willing to help, we sat down, we talked about it,
Yeah.
and we created a good game plan where um I will be I won't be, my pockets won't be stretched
Yeah, yeah,
every
yeah.
single month, and you're still able to offer, you know, all the necessary stuff needed for me to, you know, be able to get a dev job, hopefully in a matter of 6 months. This
Yep.
is month two, so I think I've done a lot in months. In 2 months, shoot, I might get something sooner. Who knows?
Yeah, for real, because you're moving. You are moving, especially what we did today. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a good like stepping stone for
and
sure.
that's the thing too. I feel like with one thing people got to realize too is when you aren't okay, when you're starting off, right? People coding boot camps and people market their stuff, and their target audience are usually individuals who never coded before and wants to understand how to code, wants to become a software developer. I hate to say it, if you don't do the research, you become very naive, right? You're thinking that you're gonna get spoon fed,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what they show you. We're going to teach you this stuff, and once we teach you, you're gonna get a job right afterwards. That's not how it works. You have to work your butt off. Like they're gonna give you the necessary tools, but first of all, you could get those necessary tools on your own
Yep.
if you really wanted to. Of course, assistance is always helpful because, like with you, it's that insight.
Yeah.
But even with that insight, or even if you were to pay 15 or $20,000 a month, I mean, for a golden boot camp, not a month, that'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
that's
still got
over
to put that
college.
work in. So it's like putting the work in while paying tens of thousands of dollars, or just putting the work in and you could just get the help that you need from a mentor
Yep.
and still get the same result.
Yep.
So you just got to put the work in. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you make a really good point. A lot of people don't realize the work, the like the requirements to become a software engineer. It's like, hey, like
Yeah,
you're gonna get paid six figures because you're gonna be doing a hard task.
a
Like
lot of
if
stuff.
it was
Yeah.
an easy task, like no shots. I worked at Burger King, so I'm just gonna use that as Burger King. Like if it was Burger King is a relatively easy job. So like
Yeah.
I was 16 and I was working at Burger King. Like, you know, what skills did I have? None. Right. Like, so
Yeah.
it's they're not gonna pay me $100,000 a year to do that. But to talk to a computer, and it's frustrating and it's hard because computers are stupid, you know, like you have to be very precise in what you say. Like today, what we're doing, right? We're like, what? Like, come on, like we got to be
Yeah.
so precise in order for it to work. But people, yeah, it's they don't know that. What I guess what would you say made you the happiest? Like, so like working with me with Dev Jourknee, what like made you the happiest?
Um, I guess I'm most satisfied of you're always available 110%. If I message you with something, you are always there to message back probably within 15 minutes usually. But you're very busy too, so I can see. Well, it's the fact that you're super busy, you still message me, which is
Yeah.
great. And also, yeah, I low-key feel like I've done a lot within 2 months of me working with you than I've done within the 2 months I was at the boot camp and also on my own. So I feel like it's a good medium. So I'm satisfied right now. Of course, there's more work to do,
Yeah.
but I'm confident now that if I continue to do what I'm doing, continue to ask questions and ask you for guidance and advice to see exactly if I'm doing everything correctly or what's the industry standard with this or I could confidently say I will be a software developer by the end of this year for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I guess, was there anything that surprised you about Dev Journey? Was there anything?
Surprise me.
Yeah, like you weren't expecting that was there, or you were a little bit iffy on, and then it was like, oh, he actually does do it. It could be nothing. It doesn't have to be anything.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my bad. You're right. Freelancing,
Oh,
but that's what I like, man, because you get the experience needed prior to the job.
yep.
So of course, when it comes to freelancing, like a lot of times, it's not like you can get like the software developer salary or hourly fee, but you get the experience that's needed. And when it comes to freelancing, it's like you could just create like a like a front end application. One, you get the skills, and then
Yep.
two, you can put down in your resume.
Yep.
So the fact that you're helping us to be able to find freelancing, or I know you help with creating, what's it called? Uh, what's it called when you proposal? There we go. Create proposals, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just guide us in how to talk to people about that stuff
Yeah.
is very helpful because one, it will, well, I'm thinking outside the box, but writing proposals, stuff like that, like if you were to create your own business, you got to go out and do that yourself anyway. So that helps with one, entrepreneurship, but also two, it helps create side income and skills and experience that's needed for that job as a junior dev. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And you find out a lot too, like on like when you're doing it. It's like, oh, this is not what I envisioned, or this is what I envisioned, but this is an
Yeah,
interesting aspect to it that I didn't really like. I think we were talking about it earlier.
yeah.
Um,
Some people don't know what they want, and you got to sit down and figure it out for them.
yeah, yeah. And it's a lot more to it, right? Like when you're doing the work, but then you realize like all of that stuff translates, like literally all of it translates. And it's like,
Yeah.
wow, like it's cool. It's cool. So I guess what would you say, last question, what would you say to somebody who's like on the fence? Like, should I join Dev Journey? Should I not join Dev Journey? Like, I'm stuck considering a boot camp. I want to code on my. I've been coding on my own for the last 2-3 months, and I still don't understand.
So I would definitely say what you offer is pretty much the same as what a coding bootcamp offers. Um, you offer guidance, help, assistance, also with figuring out the right job postings to look at, or what's it called, the job sites to look at, etc. You offer good mentorship, and it's a lot of one-to-one conversations and stuff like that. Chill, cool, very interpersonal. So, in my opinion, you're getting the same amount for a way more reasonable price than what you would do at a coding boot camp. So it's like, would you rather be in debt and get that stuff, get a over accelerated program where you might not even understand half the stuff that you learn at the end of it, or just work with someone one to one, pretty much. Of course, you have a platform with other individuals that are part of the program where you can talk to as well, and get all that for someone who's willing to help with you with your, I guess, payment package, and you can still get everything that you need to get a job.
Yeah,
So it's a really good middle ground, I would say, where you're not doing it on your own. You're not paying boohoo money doing coding boot camp, but you're getting the exact same thing for someone who actually wants to help and not doing it for it, just a job.
yeah,
Because you could be a dev right now making a lot,
yeah.
but you're willing to help. So
I tell people that all the time. It's like
yeah,
they're like it's like
the
what?
fact, yeah, you really just want to help.
Yeah.
And yeah, Dave's a teacher. He was a teacher for years, so he knows how to teach.
I appreciate that. Um, definitely, definitely. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And hopefully people can like listen because like they everyone thinks boot camps are the end all be all in terms of like the way to go, and
It's
you know
not.
like
There's so
yeah.
many different ways you could get into IT, especially within software development.
Yeah.
And this is a great route. This is an amazing route.